last one. Bout number 6 is brought to you by Clover. Headquartered in Kansas City, Clover is a cannabis-infused product manufacturer that believes in safe, consistent, and quality cannabis products for everyone. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Joshua Bush. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Tuna. Oh, baby, let's go.
Gonna add Tuna to our list of mythical fighters. We have Uberim, TRT Vitor. We got Tuna now.
The only one, Tuna.
Little lefty versus ortho action.
Ooh, big shots early from both gentlemen.
Both open up with that body kick. That's a weapon for both from this open stance. It's important to mention that anytime you see an open stance, especially in a kickboxing fight, just the clear openings are the power sides, and that body kick's there for both.
Nice right hand over the top from Big Tuna.
You can hear the sound of these strikes even when they miss from these big boys. Tuna needs to be careful how he backs up with his hands down. Whenever you reach as you back up, that's when your hands are away from your face, and that's when you want to have them really the most on you. Either as you're throwing or as you're backing up, that's when you want to keep your hands up. And he's getting awfully close. Bush is getting awfully close to landing as Tuna backs up.
Yeah, but backing up on a straight line as well, slipping with his head outside of his hands. Body shots galore land for Tuna. Empty leg kick causes him to eat a big right hand over the top.
And I like the body work from Tuna here. Being the shorter fighter, that's going to help drop the hands and land one of those big bombs that he was throwing earlier, those big overhands, those big hooks. If you start working the body like that big bomb, man, that would put out an elephant.
There was some serious ill will behind that one.
I would like to see him set these up a little better. Yeah, jab the body, feints.
I don't know if he's got anything else on his mind other than hitting the delete button right now.
Yeah, but that's going to help that delete button. You know what I mean, Justin? So neither one of these gentlemen are feigning and trying to set stuff up. It's just I throw, you throw, I throw, you throw.
1 to 2 punches at a time. Not a lot of feigning, just like you said, but each guy looking for the delete button. That's all they're searching for right now.
Both gentlemen try and touch gloves as referee steps in. They end up touching
bellies.
Nick's bald head. Here in the major pack replay, we see both gentlemen open up with these open stance body kicks, just measuring each other. Here we see Tuna land a left hand that kind of caused Bush to shell up against the fence and then almost foil his arms as he tries to get away. Tuna misses the jab, misses a big overhand that had the worst intentions possible. Great first round from these gentlemen that are trying to hurt each other. These guys aren't trying to win by decision. They want to finish here tonight.
Both gentlemen foot on the gas for round number 1. Let's see how it fares here in round number 2 of this heavyweight kickboxing bout. Josh Bush seems to be a little bit fresher, not breathing as heavy in between rounds.
There we saw a subtle feint by Bush. I would like to see that from both gentlemen. I hate to harp on the same thing, but that would really open up both fighters as they get reads. As we see Big Tuna go for a spinning wheel kick. I don't necessarily know what I'm seeing, but I don't mind it at all.
I'm all here for it right now. Somewhere Chris Barnett is smiling.
Making heavyweights proud. I fight at the weight class of 125 pounds, and I'm not sure if I could be doing that out there.
Both gentlemen just stalking, and Bush lands a good right hand at the end of the exchange.
Both men a bit more measured after the acrobatic kicks they were throwing. As we see Tuna land a little check hook, and then Bush land a right hand.
Ooh, Tuna still slipping with his head outside of his hands. Causes him to eat a big shot there at the end.
Having seen Tuna train before, I know he comes from a boxing background, and I believe that's why he throws the way he does. Just there's no threat of a kick or a knee in boxing, but I would like to see him change the way he moves his head as he's retreating and after he's done throwing. It's a little different when there's knees and kicks involved. I like that setup, Tuna. I like the thought of it, right? Feint the uppercut, turn it into a straight cross.
Ooh, I could have thought that was, I could have sworn that was a low blow right there. Tuna ate it like it was nothing. Good level change there from Tuna. So there's the feint you're looking for. If he would have followed up with a right hand there, he possibly could have done some real damage.
Overhand that had some connection towards the end of the round for Big Tuna there. A couple inches to the left, and then that could have been nights out for Bush there. Here in the replay, we see a spinning, jumping back kick by Bush. And I think Tuna tries to return the favor here with the spinning wheel kick of his own. Bush nodding his head in agreement. Oh, then it comes back. Inside low kick for Bush. Tuna tries to meet it with a check hook of his own. Great first round, very competitive second round, for both these guys.
Very, very evenly matched going into round number 3. Man, it could be 2-0 either way. It could be 1-1 either way. I mean, I don't know how I would score this going into round number 3 here. I'll bet everything both guys are looking for a finish right now.
I would love to see someone kind of come away with this, right? We're debating on who's winning and how close it is, and from my experience and in my head, a lot of times I feel like judges give it 1-1. When they're close rounds, they're like, hey, why not? And that's not the right mentality to have, but I do feel like a lot of judges do that, and I would love to see someone just kind of pull away with it here and really land stuff like Tuna just did. Big left straight and a right hook to follow.
That fired Bush up a little bit. That right hand landed, and you hear him scream, not in anger or in anguish, but in anger.
And it seems like Tuna's big weapon when he switches to orthodox is that right hand. And since that's not his traditional home stance, he just has a hard time finding his range with it. Here from orthodox, I can almost guarantee we're going to see that big overhand right from Tuna, almost on the mark. Big
Boom,
overhand lands again and drops him.
And like a book, you read it perfectly. Right hand finds its home.
Bush doesn't seem to be all there, just from judging from what his eyes look like right now.
Yeah, he gave a big blink there as referee Nick Barons asked if he was okay. I think he's still kind of fighting on instinct right now.
If I'm Big Tuna, I'm calculating and hunting him down and making sure I'm safe as I try to finish him off here, because he does seem to be still hurt. As I say that, Bush lands a good little blitz of his own.
Definitely still hurt, but still dangerous as ever. You know, at this weight class, all it takes is one.
Yeah, that's right. When you're dealing with these heavyweights, it's really a big shot. As Bush goes for a takedown, that's a knockdown. I don't know about that call there.
I think that's a knockout if you're going for the takedown like that. That's autopilot taking over.
Yeah.
Nothing against Josh Bush. Absolute resiliency.
20 seconds left for Tuna to try to find this finish here after hurting him a couple times in this round.
Ooh, both guys teeing off here in the pocket.
10-second clapper goes off. Tuna looking for the finish. Big high kick. Wow.
Holy cow, what a round 3 to decide that one.
Great action from both these gentlemen. You see Big Tuna's corner arguing with some of the state officials, saying that should have been a knockdown, and I do tend to agree.
Yeah, I think unquestionably that last one was a knockdown.
Regardless, if that could change the outcome of the fight, it is important, so I don't genuinely disagree. But here in the replay, we see a big left hand, then right hand follow, lands on Bush. Back to the acrobatic stuff we saw in the second round. But here in the third round, we see that big overhand whiff, and that big overhand land right on the ear. That necessarily doesn't hurt you, Justin, but what it does is it messes up your equilibrium. And usually the follow-up shots that come after are what actually hurt you or then for rock you. Here was the end of the fight where we saw a shot to the back of the head, where it's not illegal because Bush put himself there, right? He turned his back to his opponent. Tuna was in the middle of throwing a punch, therefore it's not illegal. That's what Tuna's corner argued should have been a knockdown. I tend to agree with that. I hope it had no effect on the outcome of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the big boys. That was awesome. All three judges give a score of 28-28. This is a draw.
His hands up as if he should have won. I think his Bush recognizes and acknowledges that Tuna should be the winner and that a knockdown should have been called there. Again, nothing you can do about it after the outcome, but the corner of Tuna is definitely upset and had talked to the ref right after the fight was over.
Yeah, and rightfully so. You know, in no way, shape, or form could I have saw that outcome as a draw after the way that third round ended. If you would have told me this fight ended after 2 rounds in a draw,